Hey there, if you're looking to relocate to the Killeen, Fort Hood / Fort Cavazos area, one of the biggest questions is which city should I live in and for what reason, and I've got you covered. Today we're going to discuss that in this video, so you want to make sure that you stay to the end so you know some comparisons between all of our wonderful cities, some of their pros, some of their cons, and you can start to get an idea of which one is going to be a good fit for you. And if you don't know who I am Brina Gordon, your favorite Central Texas realtor. My goal is to provide you with all the information and resources that you need to make the best decision possible. So make sure you comment down below if you have some questions or if you want to reach out to me. My cell phone and contact information will be down below. Share this video with someone that may be relocated to this area, and let's jump right into it. Alright, so we're going to be taking a look at 4 different cities. These are going to be the closest cities to Fort Cavazos / Fort Hood, and these are likely going to be the ones that you will potentially be relocating to. Now, we do have some other further out ones, but again, these are going to be your closest options and where the majority of military personnel currently live. Now we're going to start out with number 1, which is going to be Killeen. This is the biggest city in regards to population size and everything that is closely located to Fort Cavazos. It's also going to have some of the best commute times for those major gates. We do have other gates on Fort Cavazos that are a little bit further out that may be a little bit more accessible through some other areas. But for majority of the gates, they're going to be accessible through different parts of Killeen, and living in Killeen, of course, will make that commute a lot shorter for you, ranging between 5 minutes and 15 to 20 minutes to 20 minutes, usually if you're further out in certain parts, or if it's just a lot of traffic or something like that. Now, that is a potential con. Some parts of Killeen definitely do have some higher traffic. Depending on where you live, sometimes it's easy to get on and off that highway, but if you start the further into certain parts or subdivisions that you get into the city, you can definitely hit a little bit more traffic, especially if it's school time, 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 6 p.m., 5 to 6 p.m. when people are getting off work too. So sometimes you can definitely hit more traffic here. If you're familiar with this area, W.S. Young it's not a highway, it is one of our main streets, but it can get just hectic just because there's so many stoplights, and you're kind of going, you're stopping, you're going, stopping, going, stopping. So that's what really starts to eat up the time with that. Now, the con of the area too is, although it is our largest one and there's a lot of new neighborhoods, there's a lot of older neighborhoods too. So statistic wise, you'll get a lot more data points, and sometimes the more troublesome data kind of comes in from the Killeen side, again, because it is the older city, the largest city too. So of course it just naturally has a lot more data in it. This is the one that's going to have one of the larger downtown areas, but a lot of the older city areas, some of the homes need more renovations, need more work and things like that. So sometimes people do venture out to different locations or different parts. And another thing is that property taxes can vary a little bit more here based on subdivision. So you will see some slight deviations or slight changes depending on the specific area that you're looking at. But Killeen is coming in at number 1 since it is the closest. It also has so much variety in regards to the different home styles, price ranges. Killeen ISD is of course attached to Killeen, so that's going to be the largest school district in the area. So the most high schools, elementary schools, and middle schools as well. Now, before we move on to our next one, I also would like to say now Killeen is also well known for its affordability. This one and one of the others that we're going to talk about are definitely going to be the top ones for affordability, and again, giving it that wide range of home selections regardless if it's for purchasing or for renting. So a lot of times that's also what keeps people here, is that the affordability is a lot more tangible for a lot of buyers. Next, we're going to roll right into Harker Heights. This city is right next to Killeen. Oftentimes you can actually be on the borderline depending on the subdivision, and people think it's Harker Heights, but it actually is still considered Killeen. Now, a lot of people like this area because it is a little bit newer in a sense. So it's a smaller town or smaller city. You do have some of the other shopping amenities like Ulta, Target, that's going to be located in Harker Heights. So definitely it's well connected. So if you need to go to Killeen for anything, by any means, you're not going to be like, oh, it's going to be extra long drive or anything like that. The school system in Harker Heights is highly rated, or better rated than Killeen. It is still part of Killeen ISD, but Harker Heights does have its own Killeen elementary school, high school, and all of those things. So there's a lot of parks and family facilities too. Killeen has its own park. Harker Heights does actually have a community garden, so I think that's a really cool thing, but it has everything that you need in that area too. A little bit smaller, but still has those focal points, a little bit higher rating. And then sometimes people just like that community a little bit better since there's less older areas in it. Then the data as far as the crime rate gets a little bit better in Harker Heights too. Your commute is going to get a little bit longer coming from Harker Heights. Depending on what section, you're going to be looking between 15 and 25 minutes. Of course, the further in your home is into the city or into some of those subdivisions, then of course the longer your commute can be. Now, some of them can be a tad bit longer, like any of our areas here. Every everything is growing, so they are having to push further and further out for the new development. So I would anticipate that some of those timelines or commute times could probably increase throughout the years. Now, for those that are looking for that stronger community in regards to some newer homes, better reputation, and better schools themselves, Harker Heights is definitely a great option.
Hey, if you're thinking of relocating to the Fort Cavazos area, I have just the thing for you. My team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research. And I have it linked right down below. The best part is there's no obligation to this, and it's going to come with everything from the top employers to the best schools and a boatload of other information, everything that you need to make the best decision. Again, no obligation. So make sure you click the link below. It also will be pinned, and I hope that it helps.
Now, that's going to roll us right into number 3, Copperas Cove. Copperas Cove does have some side access to Fort Cavazos. Depending on where you live in it, that can be a quick commute as well. Copperas Cove is a little bit more of a rural town, a little bit slower pace. The commute times are going to range between 20 to 35 minutes, again, really depending on which part of Copperas Cove you are coming from / what part of the base you are commuting to. But it's going to be a little bit more slower pace, a little bit more rural. There's really one main street, and it's going to go right off the highway, that's going to have most of your amenities and shopping. There's a lot of subdivisions that again are starting to be built out around it, but it's still a little bit further behind in development in regards to Killeen and Harker Heights. So if you're looking for more of a slower pace environment, a little bit quieter, Copperas Cove is definitely a great option. It's still very much popular and desirable for a lot of people. The school district is ranking okay. It's a little bit smaller, so you, of course, again, it's going to have its own middle school, high school, elementary school, and all those sort of things. It's just not quite as big as Killeen ISD and not as highly ranked as Harker Heights ISD. So there's going to be fewer shopping options, but I will say the price points can get a little bit better out there just because it is a slightly more rural area, and so they are still working on development and attracting more people out there, but it is growing. So I have clients that have moved out there and love it. It really depends on what pace of life that you're looking for and what amenities you may be looking for that are closely located. So again, everywhere out here has new construction. It just depends on what exactly is your personal style. So if you're looking for a quiet neighborhood and you're okay with a little bit more of a drive, then Copperas Cove is probably definitely a good fit for you.
All right, now for the question of the day. What is the first thing you look for in a new city? Is it a coffee shop or your favorite store? I really want to know, so make sure you comment down below, or better yet, shoot me a text, email, or even give me a call. All my information is going to pop up here on the screen. So again, what is the first thing you look for in a new city?
And that's going to bring us to our last city. I love this one because this one has some perks to it that I'm going to share with you. But that's going to bring us to Nolanville. This is going to be the next closest one. So this is going to be past Killeen, Harker Heights, and then Nolanville. Copperas Cove is going to be in the opposite direction. There are definitely some pros about Nolanville. It's a very tight-knit community, but one of the special things is that there are some hidden gem communities in this one. This has one of our highly sought after communities, Bell Charko, which is one of our very few gated communities, and they do have homes that range anywhere from, I would say, low 400s to over $1 million. So if you're looking for equity, if you're looking for your retirement home, you want that piece of security with a gated community, then that's definitely one to consider. And there's not a lot, but there's a few others too. The con of this area is definitely there's going to be limited amenities and shopping. So most of your shopping and things will be done back in Killeen and Harker Heights. They have a few things out there, but they're just not quite as developed. A lot of times people move there for certain communities or to kind of get away from that hustle and bustle and things like that. And if that's what you're looking for, that's what you're seeking, this is definitely the prime area for you. Now, of course, as time continues to go on and developments continue, then who knows what Nolanville will develop into. But out of the 4 cities, this is the least developed one in regards to different amenities and things like that. They do have their own middle school and elementary school, but your kids would go to Harker Heights High School. So you're going to have a little bit less home selections in it, a little less shopping, but you can have a little bit more tranquility out there. So again, it just depends on what lifestyle that you are looking for. And just to kind of break down some of the average costs, Killeen average homes are going to look at about a $230,000. Harker Heights is going to be roughly $300,000. Copperas Cove around $260,000, and Nolanville around $280,000. Now, these are just averages. There are homes well above and well below for most of these cities, so there is definitely variety and there's something out there for everyone. It just again depends on the lifestyle that you're looking for.
Hey guys, as much as I love love making these videos, there's one thing that I absolutely love more, and that's helping families from all over the US make the move here to the Fort Cavazos and surrounding area. I've helped countless families move here, so whether you're coming out next week, next month, or even next year, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My contact information is going to be right here down below in case you missed the pop-up screen. And I look forward to helping you and your family move to our beautiful area.
So make sure you comment down below which city kind of stands out to you, which one fits your personality and your lifestyle. I would definitely love to hear it. And if all this seems overwhelming or you're still not quite sure, you kind of like this, you kind of like that, feel free to reach out to me. This is what I'm here for, so that you can make those informed decisions and you know which city is going to really match your lifestyle and what you're looking for. Like I said, I'm Brina Gordon, your favorite Central Texas realtor. Make sure you comment down below and share this with somebody, and don't forget to subscribe.